Hi everyone, and welcome to another Tribe Forex Power Hour. Here is Marcello, and Nino, a Pro FX trader, is with us. Today is April 21st, 2014. We're going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the market, an evaluation of our strategies, which are based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern close of our daily bars. Now we're going to first talk about how it works. We basically have a formula for success. At 5 p.m. Eastern time, we determine what our bias is. Our bias is the probability that price is going to go up or go down. We have a buy bias if the probability is that price will go up, a higher probability that price will go up. Sell bias is a probability that price will go down, and consolidation bias is if we believe that the market is consolidating between 2 points in a range. If you'd like to know more about what that means, please join us at tribeforex.com for free, and we just have a free trading course that's there that will explain all of this. Okay, so how do we execute our biases? We execute our biases in two different ways. Number one, we take a set and forget it trade. Okay, so that means we take a trade, we determine what our stop loss and take profit is, and we just don't touch it until the next day. The other thing that we can do is what Nino is actually very good at, is that we can day trade in the direction of our bias using pods for bigger profit. Now, what are pods? Pods are points of decision. Hey, Nino, how are you?
Hey, Marcello, I'm great. Did you have a good Easter?
Absolutely. Happy Easter, everyone. Thank you for saying that. You know, I did. How was yours?
Mine was great.
Awesome. So what we're going to do is Nino's actually going to have a session tonight. Isn't that right, Nino?
Yes, hopefully we can turn a lot of pips into long-term profit. But basically, the market has been doing a lot of consolidation. And as far as news is concerned, we haven't had any real news that has really shaken up the market to try to take us out of this consolidation range. So hopefully we should have some good news coming in and some good movements in the market.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that. So, guys, you heard it from the man himself. We're going to be meeting tonight, Tuesday. We meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 to 3 a.m. Eastern Time, and then 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. There has been consolidation. There are opportunities with those, and there are some big announcements that should be coming out, which can give us opportunities as well. Meet him. If there's trade to be taken, if there's money to be made, Nino can absolutely find it. Join him in the trade room Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 to 3 a.m. and then again at 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts, guys. So I finally got my FXTD back up. Apparently it's a firewall issue. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Euro-Dollar Daily. So the Euro-Dollar Daily, as you can see, I have, this is basically a daily trend line in red, and I have in the aqua here a monthly trend line. You can see how that plays out. So we have a consolidation inside of a bigger consolidation, okay, which is great. We're going to look for price movement to occur down to 137.74 and maybe all the way down to 137.35. Now we're nearing the apex. We could see price go back up after that and then drop, but eventuality or the probability is that price will most likely want to drop here as it hits this apex and really finds a way out. So which starting now would be a great time. So on the day, we're going to have a sell bias on the euro dollar. Sell bias on the euro dollar, guys. Overall movement in the market, I think that we're going to see a sell down to 131.29, and I've been talking to you about this for quite some time, so look for that too. We can see price go down to 1.3150 in that range. Okay, so that's that. On the euro dollar, looking at the dollar Swiss, we're really right against our 50 EMA. We did kind of break out of this range, if you will, a little bit. Price could easily come back down off this 50 EMA. But I'm looking at it, I'm seeing a buy bias still on the dollar Swiss, as long as we're not in a consolidation here. We did go up, down, back up, and I think that there will be a continuation to the upside here on this dollar Swiss. So look out for that, guys. If it comes back down off of this 50 EMA and closes low, then we can look for price to retest this trend line at the bottom. I really do believe, though, I've got a buy bias here on the dollar Swiss. Buy bias from the dollar Swiss. All right, so our pound dollar. Pound dollar, you can see I've got a red line here. I'm looking at the monthly chart here on it. And so we've had 3 touches so far, even in this range at really just about the 168.50 area. I'm going to go to the daily now, and you can see that we had 1, 2, 3, nice reversal candle on the Bollinger, and still haven't sold off yet. But the pound dollar looks like it wants to sell off. And going back to the weekly here, actually the monthly is better. You can see what we are looking at for this pound dollar. Okay, so if we do land this, first of all, I'd say this is a little bit higher, and this is not set in stone by any means. But 68.50 crosses and intersects now with what would maybe be our area of support and resistance here, which is at 168.30. Okay, so that's where price is really intersecting, and we're also getting that zone as well. Exciting times. We could see this pound dollar come down and then really find its way back down to 1.5190, where it's now currently at 168.30. So imagine the kind of potential there is for a trade there if price does get down to that 153, 155 area. All right, so look for that, guys. That's what we're seeing on the pound dollar, and I think there's some good opportunities because it's at the top of the range here. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the dollar yen. Dollar yen's got this smaller pattern going on the inside of it, and still has a bunch of upside if you look at it here on the monthly. So I'm going to go to the weekly first. Okay. Same deal. And boom, look how that, oops. Look how that lines up. All right, completely lines up very, very well here. And what we're going to be looking for, if I can clean this up a little bit. All right, there it goes. And that's what that should look like. All right, so I'm going to look for the dollar yen to really move up. I knew I had this here for a reason. This is a smaller area of consolidation and the bigger area of consolidation. I look for price to really move up on this dollar yen all the way back up to 103.70. Call it 103.60 here on the dollar yen. So I'm looking for price to move up. We're in the middle of this channel. We could have a pullback inside here because price really hasn't continued to move forward, but I think we're going to have a buy bias here on the dollar yen. All right, dollar CAD, same thing. We just bounced off an area of support and resistance. We're going to look for price to continue to move up. Why do I say that? If I look at the weekly, in the monthly here, you can see that price just basically bounced off of, really retouched, broke out, and then really is bouncing upward off of this area that was once resistance and is now support. So we're going to look for the dollar CAD to continue to rise. We're going to look for it to go up. Okay, that's what it wants to do. It wants to go up. Dollar CAD. All right, so the euro yen, or that's what it's saying it wants to do. Euro yen, also another pennant. Okay. Boom, boom, all the way down, back up to the top here. So basically we're in the middle of a channel here. Euro yen has tremendous possibilities and capabilities of dropping. So we're at 141. We could see that thing drop all the way down to 96.37, which would be lovely. That would be Christmas time. So the yen pairs definitely have the opportunity, the ability to do that. You can see it right here, what it did from 169 all the way down to 114. That was a massive, massive drop. and that it gives us great opportunities. So that's what I'm going to call. I'm going to call a sell inevitably. I think on the euro yen, looking at it from the monthly, it seems very, very clear to me. And we're not even outside of the range yet. So that's a really good trade, a really good opportunity. Now, if we go to the weekly here, as I make this bigger, you can see that we had a reversal candle and the price has come right back up here. Now you're going to see probably the price maybe really attack this 143.88 area, 14400 on the euro yen. And you may see price attack it, get back up there, and then we're going to see drop. Nice drop. That's what I want to see here on this euro yen. And this is what we had last time. Beautiful drop. All right, so that's what we're looking for here on the euro yen. I think that price did move up. It's in consolidation. If it is, to the top of that range. Could we see price move up here back to the resistance trend line? We could see that. I think inevitably, though, price really wants to sell off, and you can see here that this is just a smaller pennant and a big one, and this gives us, we're right inside that range, so we will most likely see a sell-off on the euro yen. That's what it looks like it wants to do anyway. All right, and the pound yen, we're almost at the very top here, 172.62. So I think we're going to see a sell-off of the pound yen and really see the pound yen really come back down to 171.13. Okay. And I think that pretty much does it. So once again, I got a sell bias on the euro, buy bias on the dollar Swiss, sell bias on the pound dollar. Dollar yen's got a buy. Dollar CAD is definitely a buy. Euro yen is a sell. And pound yen is a sell. And that is it, guys. Have a happy trading session. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and seeing and hearing from Nino how well everyone did inside of the trade room. 1 to 3 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, guys, with that, happy trading. We'll see you the next time. All the best. Bye-bye.